Welcome or welcome back to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out how will you feel the next time you see them. I've got 5 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the blue glitter. Group 2 is the white glitter. Group 3 is the turquoise. Group 4 is pink. And group 5 is the purple glitter. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice. Otherwise, I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be below in the description box. You can also find details of my personal readings, Patreon, and PayPal for donations. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. And I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you who chose the blue glitter. Let's see what cards you have. From the Universal Love Healing cards, you have Tantric Union. From the Power of Love Activation cards, you have Satisfaction. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval, so that others no longer define who you are. From the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Hierophant. The Three of Cups reversed. And the Eight of Swords. I'm feeling like if you and this person have a sexual connection, it's going to be really, really, really amazing the next time you see them. It's like you're going to feel very aroused by them. You're going to really die to get close to them, I'm hearing, and like get physical with them. It's going to be really intimate and like really satisfying for you. I do feel like there's a kind of lack of emotional closeness and a lack of emotional wanting, I'm hearing. It's kind of feeling like it's, I don't want to say this, but it feels like kind of like a formality or like a constant or a normality. Like maybe you guys have like a sexual connection, but you don't interact that much more. Like it feels like there's some shyness and maybe you guys don't express much of your feelings to each other. This next time you meet, it doesn't have to be like it's always like that. But I still see you having fun and I still see you feeling the connection and feeling a good vibe. About this interaction, I just feel like by the end of it, you might feel a bit concerned. Like not in a stressful way, it's just like maybe a bit worried like, oh, I should have said this or I should have said that. Or I wonder if they like me as much as I like them, or I wonder if they're going to phone me tomorrow. It's like all these little worries and nags and little doubts that get to you. And I feel like you're going to stress out a little bit about it at some point. I feel like you might not be in the best mood the next time you see this person. It will be really good to see them in terms of the physical contact and the closeness. And some of the communication, like I feel like the lighthearted stuff about family I'm hearing, and stuff about your work and stuff about life in general and things that are not emotional or personal. It feels like all that's going to be really good. But there is like a lack of emotional closeness and a lack of feeling there, I want to say, in a way that's not just like physical sex and like fun friendship, I would say. But it's like even the friendship with the three of us, with the Three of Cups reversed here, it's like even the friendship might not be that good. Like you might just feel like you don't really connect with this person as much as you want to. Like maybe there's just like a lack of familiarity as much as you would want it to be there. And I also feel like a sense of you getting comfortable with each other, but not comfortable enough to really like share your intimate thoughts and to give each other enough detail, I'm seeing. It's like you do feel comfortable enough to hang out and laugh and like put like your not best clothes on to go and see each other and that kind of thing. It's like you're not feeling under pressure to be performing for them, let's say. But it doesn't feel like you're really comfortable with each other communication-wise. It feels like maybe you're stumbling over your words a bit with each other. I'm feeling a bit shy. I'm feeling a bit, dare I say it, even a bit like helpless about how things are going. Like I feel like some of you, I'm really sorry, this is a random message, but some of you might be into like BDSM. or that kind of stuff where it's like you tie each other up and it might just go a bit too far. I'm hearing like you might not. I'm hearing someone doesn't remember the safe word. I'm sorry, I'm not into all that stuff, so it's like a fresh thing for me to come in a reading, but it's just something I'm seeing for somebody, and it seems like you maybe don't feel so good after it. And if that is you, it's like maybe there's like a bruise or something and you feel really ashamed about it afterwards. So please do be careful and try and communicate with them more if that's you. I'm sorry. Sorry to pass on the message. For the majority of you where you're not into that kind of stuff, it just gives me more like the energy of not speaking up about things the way you would have liked to. It's like maybe you would have liked to have more emotional conversation and not like gone straight to the kissing or the sex or just like hang out and talking about life. Maybe there was like specific questions you wanted to ask them and you don't ask. I'm also hearing maybe like the sex is really good, but they don't give you the kind of reassurance, like emotional reassurance and confirmation of how beautiful and stuff that they find you, that it makes you feel a bit insecure. Like I feel like you might be a bit beating yourself up about whether or not they like you. That's what keeps coming through. It's like, do they even like me that much? Like, are they satisfied with me? Like you have a lot of thoughts about them. I'm recording one for how will they feel next time I record a reading. So I'll try and get that out really soon after this one so you guys can watch. But feel free to watch for your person as well, if you're concerned. But yeah, I do feel like there's like a less of a friendship than there usually is. Like if you're asking about a friend and you don't have a sexual connection at all, I do feel like you're still going to have fun together, but you might be kind of worried because I feel like there's like a less close friendship than there used to be. It's going to still be fun to see them. It's still going to be good. But you just might feel a bit worried afterwards. Like you might feel, I'm hearing like you've missed out on a lot of stuff that this person's gone through and you've not really been like their true friend. Like you'll feel bad. You'll want to beat yourself up for not being like family to them or something like along those lines. It's like they've gone through so much and you've been missing and they've needed you and you've just been like going through your own stuff and not telling them. And they've been going through their own stuff and not telling you. So yeah, I feel like there's like a bit of a, whether you're friends or relationship partners, it feels like there's a bit of a disconnect between you. On, I want to say, an intellectual and an emotional level. So it's like, even though I'm seeing you having a really good time and being compatible and having like some really amazing tantric sex that brings like full body orgasms, I'm hearing, it's just the kind of thing where you delight in each other, but you may not 100% feel solid in the connection. If that makes sense to you, it's like you don't 100% feel like this is destined or this is your person or you're meant to be doing this right now or this is the best time I've ever had in my life. It's like not as fun as usual and you feel a bit tied up with your own thinking and unable to express your thoughts the way you'd like to, and maybe vice versa for the other person. So you maybe feel a bit of a distance, but still like you had a good time and you like them and you're happy to be around them. And still, I'm hearing for someone maybe like there's still good potential for marriage or like they're still part of the family or they're still part of your circle or they're still a friend, even if they're not your like closest friend right now. So I hope you enjoyed that, and sorry for some of the bits being a bit touchy, maybe for some of you guys. Sorry, I just say it like I see it or hear it. But if you like this reading, please hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. I make a lot of readings like this. If you'd like a personal reading, check out the information below. You can also find details of my Patreon where we have more exclusive content. And my PayPal if you'd like to donate to my channel. I'd be super grateful. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the white glitter. Let's see what cards you have. From the Universal Love Healing cards, you have Miracles. From the Power of Love Activation cards, you have Individuality. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. From the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Star. The Seven of Pentacles. And the Two of Swords. I feel like this is going to be something quite exciting for you. It's like you're going to be really, really, really excited to see this person. It's going to feel like a present from spirit, like a really, really, really special occasion. I don't know if this is a special day for you. Like it just feels like maybe it's the kind of day where everything's going well for you and you just like bump into this person and you were really hoping to bump into them or something. or you were really hoping to hear from them and they called you, or you've got like a special event planned and they're coming, like it's your birthday party or something, if it's something like that for somebody. But yeah, I'm just getting the impression you're in a really good mood and you feel hopeful and you feel inspired and you feel excited to see them. I feel like there's a bit of an issue because you might have to wait a while. Like if it's not that you bump into them, it feels like if it's like a prearranged plan, this person might turn up a bit late and I feel like you might start to worry a bit. You might have some negative thoughts that come in and out for you, like, oh, are they actually going to make it? Are they going to turn up? Is it important enough for them to actually turn up? Are they going to come? And yeah, I feel like you, no matter what the situation is, even if you do bump into them, you might just have some negative thoughts, like, oh, should I even like go and talk to them? Or I don't know, like, do they even recognize me? It's like that kind of thing. Or are they really too busy right now for me to talk to them? I just see a few little negative thoughts that get at you throughout the time when you're seeing them. And I feel like you may feel like you don't know them that well. You may feel kind of confused about them and about who they are and maybe what you want and what you feel I'm seeing. It's like you don't really know what to make of them and what to make of the situation. Like I feel like they're very different and this situation's very different. Like the next time you see them, I feel like your feelings will be very different. Like you won't really know how to deal with stuff. Like I feel like it might tangle you up. Like you can't stop thinking about this person after you see them. You can't stop texting them, I'm hearing. Like you just feel like you've gone into a different vibe because you've seen them and it's like they've tangled you up in their energy. I do feel like it's going to feel like there's something special growing, like there's something special happening between you. Like it's very solid and there is some sense of commitment and something special growing here, something happening. And I also feel there's like something under the surface that you're going to pick up on that you're not really seeing clearly during the meeting. It's like there's something you're feeling and it's not obvious. Like it's not like a face-to-face visual thing. It's more like you're picking up on something energetically under the surface. And it feels very divinely powerful, very prominent for you, like kind of miraculous. But yeah, I feel like there may be a lot of other people communicating with you around this time. Like maybe you and this person are talking and it's like a busy environment and there's lots of other people talking. And it might just get a bit stressful at times, or like maybe you and this person and a bunch of other friends are talking. Like it could be a large group and there's like too many people talking over each other and it gets hard to hear some of the more quiet things that are said, or maybe some of the deeper things that are said. I'm hearing it's like maybe the more surface level stuff is being shared louder and they're maybe quieter for some of the deeper level stuff, and you might have a harder time understanding. I feel like they're deeper roots, even though the surface level stuff's like understood to you. I feel like there's some stress that you're experiencing on this day, like this time when you meet this person again or when you see them again. Like things are a bit stressful in your life. You might feel pulled in different directions or torn in general. You might be struggling with a decision or with something you're trying to progress with. And this person may give you some really good advice, or they might just help you with something. They may lend you their time, or their energy just might be really nice, and like just seeing them alone is like enough to make you feel better. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be a really exciting meeting. And it seems like mundane, but also like there's a lot going on under the surface and it's not really that mundane to you. It's like exciting for you personally and quite special and quite different. And I feel like you're going to feel maybe slightly differently about them, but not in a bad way. It's more like in a comfortable way, but like are still excited about what could happen in the future, and just maybe a bit stressed and tense and a bit confused. Like you are a bit pulled in different directions, I'm hearing, and wanting to wait and see how things go, but with a lot of hope. So I hope you enjoyed that group too. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and check out the other content on my channel if you're new here. If you'd like to book a personal reading, the information will be below in the description. And you can also find details of my Patreon and my PayPal for donations if you'd like to support my channel. I'd be super grateful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the turquoise glitter. Let's see what cards you have. From the Universal Love Healing cards, you have Birth. From the Power of Love Activation cards, you have Friendliness. You are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. From the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Three of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. I feel a very easygoing energy for you and this person for your next meeting. I feel like you're going to feel very comfortable with them. And you're going to feel that they're comfortable and chill and relaxed as well. Like their energy is going to rub off on you. It feels overall friendly, like you're going to feel that you're very connected with this person and you can have a really great time together, and like the communication is flowing back and forth really well. Like I feel like the communication is on fire, and you might even have, I'm feeling like 3 convos going at once. Like you're kind of like asking each other so many questions and having so much back and forth that you feel like it's just like completely linked. Like there's loads of stuff to link. Like you say, oh, and also that reminds me of this and this and this, and then they'll be reminded of like this and this and this. I hope that makes sense for you. It just feels like there's like exciting back and forth communication that it's kind of like a volley, like a kind of volley of communication. I hope that makes sense, but it feels like fiery and exciting and life affirming, I want to say. It seems like there is some kind of emotional feeling under the surface, but it's not being ridiculously expressed very clearly. Like it's not like you guys are all over each other or like snogging each other or kissing each other or touching each other or anything. It's more like the look in your eyes, like the eye contact is kind of giving romance. Like the energy under the surface is giving me a bit romantic and like there's flirtation happening. But it seems like maybe a far away thing for both of you. Like it feels like more of a friendship is born and a romance is maybe developing under the surface a little bit for some of you. I'm seeing something about this person's hands. Like you're going to feel like their hands are really nice. Like, I don't know if it's like their hands and their arms you find attractive. Like maybe they've got their hands and their arms out. I don't know, it's like they're wearing a short sleeve t-shirt or something, and something's coming through about their legs as well. Or a tattoo, a particular tattoo that they have that you notice. And it's something attractive about it. It's like it makes you smile. I do feel like this feels very solid and it feels very compatible. You're going to feel really comfortable with them in their energy. Like I said, like you feel safe with them in their aura and you don't want to leave them. I'm seeing there's some kind of plan for the future that you guys make that you're excited about. It's like you leave the meeting excited about the next time you see them and waiting for more communication with them. I'm seeing like with the very secure knowledge that they will talk to you again. It's like you feel like you know you're going to see this person again. You know you're going to speak to them again and you're just looking forward to the moment. I feel like you're going to feel really good about going to see them or like meeting them or wherever you are when you come across them. It's like you're going to feel confident and excited, and then when you see them it's going to feel like you both are happy to see each other. Like you're going to feel happy to see them and you're going to recognize that they're happy to see you, even if they don't want to express much emotion. It just does feel like there is some subtle energy that's picked up on under the surface that you're aware of. It's like you kind of know that the kind of signs that they're giving you are flirtation and they're not just being nice to you, like they're just like that with everyone. You kind of know it's not that. Like, you know, maybe you're just friends for right now, but there's some sensing of a development, a deepening of the friendship. I feel like this person's going to give you some ideas that are quite interesting, and you'll want to act on them, but you'll want to take it slow. I feel like there is this like sexual chemistry between you guys and you want to act on it, but it seems like you're taking it very slow. And in general, it feels like quite a long-lasting meetup. Like it doesn't feel like you're just with each other for a few minutes and then you pass each other by. It feels like you do get to sit down and catch up properly and take time with each other and really... I'm hearing like past vibes around. Like maybe it's not just you and this person, but maybe there's another friend hanging out. I'm also seeing maybe they have like a pet and their pet's hanging out with you, or you're hanging out at home with the pet, and it just feels like a soft, comfortable environment. I do feel you may have a plan and then go and sit somewhere later, and it's like you're excited to do whatever you're doing with them, but then you go home and you get comfy together and you just have like a more of a deep, personal one-on-one chat. Like it feels like it's fun. Like it's a fun meeting and you're happy to see them and you're excited and you're having fun together. But then you go home and you get comfy together and you just like exchange more deep, like thoroughly thought out ideas, I'm hearing, and things that are maybe slightly more personal. I'm not seeing you going too deep or too personal or anything like that, but it's like you get a chance to sit down together and just share things which are not so surface level and obvious, and just like hang out and fun stuff. It's more like the stuff which is a bit calmer and deeper to talk about, and maybe takes a bit longer to talk about. Like I'm feeling long chats, really long chats, and just feeling like you're still really good friends and you're still really deeply connected, and there's a lot of room for more growth. Like there's a lot of potential and space for more to grow under the surface. Like this feels like maybe a new friendship or quite a new connection, like someone who you don't know well enough to say for sure like this is all that there ever could be between us. It's like there's a lot of potential for how it could grow. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. It feels like there's going to be a lot more communication with you guys after you see this person again. This is kind of like, you know damn well that this person likes you and they want to see you again. So it's a really nice group, really nice energy. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. I make a lot of readings like this. If you'd like a personal reading, check out the information in the description box. You can also find details of my Patreon and my PayPal if you'd like to support my channel. I'd be super grateful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the pink glitter. Let's see what cards you have. From the Universal Love Healing cards, you have Heaven on Earth. From the Power of Love Activation cards, you have Elevation. You are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. And Cause and Effect. You are aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. From the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Six of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Hermit. I feel like there may be some disappointment or something that goes wrong the next time you try and see this person, or the next time that you do see them. It feels like maybe either one of you has had some bad news or something difficult happening in your life, and I'm kind of getting the impression like maybe they're really late, or maybe they don't even turn up, or maybe the date gets cancelled or something like that for some of you. So I'm sorry if that's you, but for most of you I feel like it's not getting cancelled, but it's just like maybe late, and then when they do show up it's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I've been like dealing with a really big problem, and they'll tell you about it and they'll be upset and they'll be not having a very good day. And I feel like for some of you it could be vice versa. I'm just feeling like heavy disappointment, so I don't know if it's you and you've got some stuff going on in your life that's just so unhappy that it can't be enjoyable as much as it should be, or if it's like the other person's not happy and you're not happy because they're not happy. I can't tell which way around it is, because some of you it's like you're just feeling their pain, and some of you it's like you have your own grief and difficult situations and like tides turning on things in your life to deal with. And I just feel like you'll be having a very bad day. And I'm feeling like you'll be wanting to be alone. Or you might feel like the other person wants to be alone because of what they're going through. Take it as it resonates. It just feels like quite a difficult one. I feel like for some of you, you might be talking to someone you haven't spoken to for ages. Maybe someone you've broken up with a long time ago, and it feels like the communication will be better than the last time you talked to them. But like there might be a lot of painful stuff to get out and a lot of stuff from the past to go over, so that you can have any chance of like talking again in the future. And I feel like you will talk a lot, but it's not going to be very enjoyable, and it may not make you feel better, even though it kind of gets you to the other side of the problems. It's like kind of communication to resolve arguments and problems. And it feels like it doesn't really make anyone feel better, like it might even feel worse. Once you start to talk about things, like I'm hearing talking about things from the past that are upsetting, and you may start to feel really down and even crying. Like I feel like you might cry during this meeting, or you might cry around the time that they're seeing you again. It might just be an unhappy time. But yeah, I feel like there's something you talk about which is quite helpful. Like it gives you something to sit with, like some food for thought, some food for growth. I'm hearing it's like something interesting and elevating and maturing, and it helps you wise up to things, or it helps you grow, or it helps you elevate your thinking out of this like sadness. Like there's some communication or transfer of energy that kind of takes you a bit to a higher level with your emotions and your thoughts than you were maybe during the time when you were seeing them. So it's like after you get your perspective, it feels like you feel really okay and happy alone is what I'm getting. It's like once this person's out of your energy again, you feel a lot better. It feels like something's been cleansed, or like you've got a sense of perspective, or you've got direction, or you know where you are in relation to them now. It really feels like that kind of cleansing conversation, and it might not be very happy. So I feel like you're not going to be very happy with it, and you're going to feel maybe a bit moody, maybe a bit down, maybe a bit even lost, I'm hearing, but like finding your direction through this feeling. It does feel like there's quite a lot going on in terms of like your emotions about this meeting. And I do feel like some of you haven't seen this person for ages, and it's like you've kind of moved on when you see them, but it's like painful because you maybe talk about the past. And you maybe feel sad that you've moved on and it's so different, and you feel like you're going in different directions. I do feel like it will still be nice to see them. Like you will feel comfortable with them still, and I do feel like there's going to be some good high vibrational conversation. And a lot of conversation in general. But I do feel like there's a sense of like some of you broken up and you've kind of moved on from each other. By the time you see them again, it's like how you feel about them is kind of sad and emotional, but in a way of like maybe that was the past. And it's like crying about things that already happened in the past, and maybe not wanting to feel that so much in the present and preferring to just like look forward to whatever your future is. Maybe alone. So I hope that resonated with you, even though it's a bit upsetting. Sorry for the difficult reading group 4, but thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. I make a lot of videos like this. If you like a personal reading, check out the information in the description box. And you can also find details of my Patreon and my PayPal if you'd like to support my channel. I'd be super grateful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the purple glitter. Let's see what cards you have. From the Universal Love Healing cards, you have blessings. From the Power of Love Activation cards, you have loyalty. Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. From the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Devil, and the Ten of Swords. This is really interesting. It feels like overall energy I'm seeing is quite a good light-hearted feeling about this person next time you see them. I do feel like there's a sense of urgency, and there's a sense of maybe them, I'm hearing, communicating with you at a moment when you're quite peaceful and bringing you busyness, bringing you stress maybe even. It's like maybe you don't want to do something that they want you to do, and they kind of pull your leg into doing it anyway. It's kind of giving me the energy that you're not really ready to see anyone maybe for the day, or you're meditating, or you're chilling after work or something, or you're like sleeping. And this person's phoning you and like really wanting you to like run out and meet them right now. It's giving me like they want you to come out now, and they maybe have like a tempting offer for you that you can't say no to. And I'm getting the energy it's maybe at the end of the day when you were like winding down and you feel like you can't say no because it's like a really nice offer. It's like something nice. Like it's coming across like you want it. Like you want to see this person. They're maybe inviting you on a date, or they're inviting you to do something nice. Or they're like testing your loyalty to them. It's like they want to make sure that you're... I'm hearing like for someone, it's like they're a bit insecure and they want to make sure you're not cheating on them. And it's like they want to come and check on you, or they want you to come out to see them, or something a little slightly bit toxic like that. But for most of you, it's more like it's a friend, and it's like you've promised them something, and maybe you don't feel like doing it, but you go anyway because you've said that you would, and you don't want them to think you're like a bad friend, I'm hearing. So it's like maybe you wouldn't go on a normal day under normal circumstances, but it's like their offer is good and the communication is good even if it's stressful, and there's something telling you should go anyway. You should do it. It does feel like you'll maybe be a bit exhausted afterwards though. Like I feel like maybe it is after work or like evening time, and this person then like keeps you up all night with maybe sex, or they keep you up all night with talking, or maybe riding around town doing something fun. It's like they want you to do something with them, and it feels like it is like an offer you can't refuse that keeps coming through. It's like you'll want to go, but at the same time there's like a part of you that wants to pull out of it, or wants to say no, or wants to like rearrange for another day, or cancel on them. And I do feel like it may be like a motive that goes on all night to the morning. Like you might be like having sex all night until the morning, or partying all night until the morning, and you weren't really prepared to be doing that day. So you feel a bit miffed that you're so sleepy at the end of it. It's kind of giving me like you're really, really, really exhausted. And you maybe feel like it was like not necessarily the wisest thing for you to do. Like you might be feeling like tomorrow I'm going to have a hangover, or I'm going to have a really bad day tomorrow because of this. And I also feel like you might be really busy, and it's like this person and many other person have offers for you this day, or like dates with many other people are possible. And there's something about this person that's like more tempting. It's like their offer is a bit more standout than the other things you could do that day. Or it's like the work that you do with this person is like paying more than the other work you would do that day. It's something like that. Like you would prefer to see this person than any of the other options. So you go anyway, even though you might be thinking you should avoid them or avoid going. For some of you, this person's a little bit toxic, and you might feel like they're a little bit toxic the next time you see them. You might want to end. For some of you, you might want to end the connection. Like you might just think they're a bit too toxic for you. And you might want to like kind of avoid them and not say yes next time. I'm just getting that for one person. But for most of you, I feel like you're still going to be friends, and you're still going to want to remain a loyal friend to this person after this event, after this time you see them. But you just might see a bit of their dark side. Like you just might see a different side to them that you're not as enjoying of, and feel like you've maybe joined them in some things that you maybe didn't want to, is what I'm feeling. Without going into details, because it feels like nothing specific is coming through. It's more just like the energy of it. It's like maybe it's not very enjoyable as much for you as it maybe should be. It's more like maybe you've been feeling like you couldn't say no, or something, that you couldn't resist, or you felt under pressure to oblige, or you wanted to cancel that day but you went anyway and now you're really tired. It's like that kind of energy where you maybe feel a bit pressured or something. But I hope you enjoyed the reading anyway, Group 5. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below if you enjoyed this reading, and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. I make a lot of readings like this. If you'd like a personal reading, check out the information below. And you can also find details on my Patreon and my PayPal for donations if you'd like to support my channel. I'd be super grateful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.